In Part 3, we plunge into the turbulent heart of Silksong's unfolding saga, where fate's whispers grow into resounding echoes, alliances are forged in the heat of uncertainty, and the shadows of long-forgotten secrets come to life. Let's embark on this next chapter of our journey. The realm of Hallownest had long been a place of hushed legends and whispered memories. Now, as Silksong beckoned us into its labyrinthine depths, the echoes of destiny resonated louder than ever before. Every step taken by our new heroine was shadowed by the remnants of a once glorious past, while the pulse of a vibrant future throbbed beneath the surface. Deep within the corridors of a crumbling citadel, the past murmured its secrets. The ancient walls, etched with the scars of bygone conflicts, seemed to breathe the stories of heroes who had long since faded into myth. It was in this haunting silence that our heroine first heard the echoes, fleeting voices that carried with them the weight of centuries. These voices spoke of battles fought under starless skies, of sacrifices made in the name of a greater good, and of dreams that had dared to defy fate itself. They were the lingering reminders of a time when the inhabitants of Hallownest had believed that destiny was not a force to be surrendered to but a challenge to be met head-on. Now, with Silksong unfolding before us, those long-forgotten memories stirred into a restless energy, urging the present to honor the legacy of the past. In a world where danger lurked in every shadow and uncertainty reigned supreme, survival demanded more than solitary resolve. It called for unity. As the heroine ventured deeper into this transformed realm, encounters with enigmatic allies began to dot her path. Each new companion brought with them not only unique skills and perspectives, but also hints of their own mysterious pasts. One such ally was an elusive wanderer whose eyes held the quiet wisdom of countless journeys. With a voice like a soft breeze rustling through autumn leaves, this mentor figure recounted tales of ancient pacts and lost kingdoms, bridging the gap between myth and reality. Their presence was a stark reminder that every life within this sprawling narrative was interwoven, each thread vital to the tapestry of destiny. In whispered conversations beneath crumbling arches and over flickering campfires, plans were drawn and loyalties tested. The fragile alliances that formed in these moments would come to define the journey ahead, each decision rippling through the corridors of fate like the tremors of an impending storm. No epic journey can be measured without confronting the duality of existence, a balance between the shimmering promise of light and the inescapable pull of shadow. In Silksong, this duality was not merely a thematic element. It was a living, breathing force that shaped every encounter. In one fateful sequence, our heroine found herself standing before a mirror-like pool, its surface disturbed by the faintest ripple of movement. Within its depths, she glimpsed not only her own reflection, but also fragmented visions of a destiny entwined with both hope and despair. Each ripple was a reminder that every victory came at a cost, and every triumph was shadowed by the sacrifices of those who had come before. This moment of introspection was both a blessing and a curse, a necessary pause to understand the forces at play in a world where every beam of light was born from the darkness. It was here, amid the interplay of luminescence and obscurity, that the true nature of Silksong began to reveal itself. The very fabric of reality seemed woven from these contradictions, challenging our heroine to embrace both her strength and her vulnerabilities. As the narrative of Silksong unfolded, it became evident that the world was far more expansive than anyone had previously imagined. Beyond the familiar ruins and battle-scarred landscapes lay hidden realms, mysterious domains that promised both wonder and peril. These secret spaces, accessible only through the unraveling of ancient riddles, were said to hold the keys to understanding the deeper mysteries of fate. One such realm was a sprawling, ethereal garden, a place where time appeared to have forgotten its relentless march. Here, flora glowed with an otherworldly luminescence, and the air vibrated with the soft hum of forgotten lullabies. In this surreal environment, the boundaries between past and present blurred, and every blossom and fallen petal seemed to tell a story of rebirth and renewal. Yet, the garden was not without its perils. As our heroine navigated its winding paths, she encountered creatures that defied conventional logic, beings of light and shadow whose allegiances were as elusive as the shifting sands of destiny. Each encounter was a test of resolve, a challenge to decipher the hidden language of nature and the echoes of ancient lore that whispered through every leaf and stone. Amidst the whirlwind of new alliances and hidden realms, a prophecy began to take shape, one that foretold the rise of a hero destined to alter the course of fate. The prophecy, passed down through generations of wise sages and inscribed on celestial scrolls, spoke of a time when the echoes of destiny would converge, and a beacon of hope would emerge from the depths of despair. Under the vast expanse of a midnight sky, our heroine stood before an ancient observatory, its stone archways inscribed with cryptic symbols that shimmered in the starlight. As she traced the constellations with a sense of reverence, the prophecy unfolded in her mind like a sacred incantation. It was a vision of battles fought in realms unseen, of sacrifices made in the name of hope, and of a final confrontation that would determine the fate of all who dwelled in this enigmatic world. This celestial vision was both a burden and a gift, a reminder that destiny was not an abstract concept but a tangible force as real as the stars overhead. It compelled her to press on, even when the path ahead was shrouded in uncertainty and the echoes of her past mingled with the voices of those yet to come. As whispers of the prophecy spread through the hidden corners of Silksong's world, a palpable tension began to build, a storm of fate gathering strength with each passing moment. Rumors of an impending conflict, a cataclysmic clash between forces of order and chaos, sent ripples of anticipation through the communities of survivors and dreamers alike. The rising tempest was not just a metaphorical threat, it was an imminent reality. Dark omens, long obscured by the passage of time, began to reappear like specters in the twilight. In the shadow of ancient battlements and beneath the eerie glow of haunted ruins, the signs of an approaching upheaval became unmistakable. Every tremor in the earth, every chill wind that whispered through the desolate corridors, spoke of a reckoning that could reshape the very foundations of this fragile realm. For our heroine, this was a call to arms, a summons to embrace her destiny and confront the looming darkness head-on. It was a moment that demanded courage, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to the ideals of hope and renewal. With the echoes of the prophecy as her guide, she steeled herself for the trials ahead, ready to face the storm with a heart full of determination. In the midst of this rising chaos, a solitary confrontation marked the turning point of our journey. Beneath a moonlit sky, in a clearing where the boundaries between the mundane and the magical blurred, our heroine encountered an ancient guardian, a being of immense power tasked with safeguarding the secrets of destiny. The guardian's eyes, ancient and unyielding, bore into her soul, as if seeking to measure the depth of her resolve and the strength of her spirit. This encounter was more than a test of physical prowess. It was a crucible of self-discovery. As the two clashed in a dance of light and shadow, each strike and parry revealed not only their martial skill, but also the intertwined nature of their fates. The Guardian's challenge was a mirror to the internal struggles our heroine had faced throughout her journey. A reminder that the battle for destiny was waged both on the battlefield and within one's own heart. The confrontation reached its zenith in a cascade of brilliant sparks and echoing clashes, culminating in a moment of profound clarity. In that silent pause between breaths, as the remnants of the struggle lingered in the cool night air, our heroine understood that her journey was far from a solitary quest. The echoes of destiny were calling not just to her, but to every soul who had ever dared to dream, to fight, and to hope. As the dust settled and the echoes of the confrontation faded into the night, a newfound resolve took root. The path ahead, though fraught with uncertainty, was illuminated by the lessons of the past and the promise of a future yet to be written. The alliances forged in the crucible of conflict, the wisdom gleaned from the ancient prophecies, and the relentless pursuit of truth all converged to chart a course forward. Our heroine emerged from the encounter not as a solitary wanderer, but as the harbinger of a movement, a symbol of defiance against the encroaching darkness and a beacon for those who believed in the power of hope. With every step, the echoes of destiny grew louder, guiding her toward a destiny that was as unpredictable as it was inevitable. In Part 3, we have witnessed the stirring of forgotten memories, the forging of unlikely alliances, and the emergence of a prophecy that promises to shape the future of Silksong's world. The echoes of destiny have resonated through the hidden realms and whispered warnings of a rising tempest, challenging our heroine to confront her inner demons and the looming darkness beyond. I hope you enjoyed this chapter of our epic journey. In Part 4, we'll dive into where the new challenges and unforeseen alliances will push the limits of courage and redefine the course of destiny.